Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Knowing Who You Are. যারা আজকে people who are watching with me today and joining this live stream of Knowing Who You Are, welcome to you all. I mean, probably you might have noticed on my wall sometimes not sometimes, basically, it's quite regular now. Every Monday, I tend to post podcast series of Knowing Who You Are, interviewing people who are experts in their field and discussing about a lot of issues, which are the issues that we keep on thinking ourselves as well, and we kind of struggle sometimes finding the answers. And that's the same case with me as well. It happens to me a lot. So first of all, as you know, this is the first time I'm trying to do this live from this platform. I can see there are two people who are already watching and has joined the conversation. So if you could confirm that you can hear me properly, everything is running properly, my sound, the video and everything, so that'd be great. And as I said, very soon you'll find there will be a number on the screen and you can chat with me live, and everyone who's watching the show, they can join in the conversation along with us. So whoever will be calling and who will be joining. So as I can see, there's already two people have joined. Checking my Facebook, and you can chat through Restream if you like. I mean, it will pop up if you type a message, so I can respond to you. So it's like a test run, but the plan is every Sunday, it'll be a bit earlier. I'll try to keep in mind, because it's Sunday, especially in England, normally people would be out around probably in their afternoon walks or in the evening, but mostly I'll try to keep it at a time when it'll be easier for people in Bangladesh. Whoever is tuning in from there, they can catch up with me as well. So knowing who you are, first of all, I'd like to inform everyone what this is all about. So especially, I think this is one of the things you might have seen all around the world, and probably we might have got a little tired by that, but it's very much needed. One thing is different platforms where people are trying to help others when people are having troubles with a lot of the issues surrounding uncertainties, be it your job, financial issues, and also finding it hard to cope with different issues that are problems regarding the relationships, everything that's kind of sprouting out of that whole situation that we are facing at the moment. So I thought this is something that it didn't happen just during COVID, but I used to do a show with Relax Radio. One of our brothers in England, in London, Amin Raja, he has started this radio many years ago, but recently it has went quite viral, and I think he's now broadcasting from around the world, from different places, and it's very popular now. So I used to do a show there back in 2018 called Relax with Ershad, and there are many people who would regularly join in the conversation because I was doing it 5 days a week live, so Monday to Friday. So during that time, I have come to know a lot of lively discussion with people from Bangladesh, from England, all around the world. So I would invite anyone who are watching today. Okay, great. So I see, thanks Neha Karim, I see your message who writes, sounds perfect. Perfect. So probably it's time for me to put the studio line as well. So this is the studio line 07308192908. So if you call me on this number, you can talk to me live and we can start this conversation and what kind of issues we are talking about and what kind of problems you feel. And my thing is I'm not an expert. And this is one of the reasons we are none of us expert in everything. We all have our unique, creative mindset and our own uniqueness. And there are certain things that we are quite good at. So, from that point of view, I'd like to invite everyone to join in this conversation. It's like a brainstorming and through your experiences and the things that you're facing in your life and things I'm facing in my life and other people, we talk about it. Because sometimes I always mention that most of the time it's a tendency that we suffer in isolation rather than sharing it with others, thinking that what people would think about us. But end of the day, when you're in trouble, there is no one who would come forward and try to help you with those problems. So it would be great. As you can see, the number is on the screen. If you pick up your phone, it's 07308 192 908. So you can give me a call on that number and we can start from there and we can have the first conversation. So as I'm saying, knowing who you are, every Monday, we have a new podcast that comes out on YouTube and then you can follow it on iTunes, on Amazon, and on Spotify as well. But beyond that, I have decided that we should come live as well, discussing this live Q&A session because I always have loved audience interaction and people who join this conversation. This is an amazing thing. And I really thrive on that. And having been on live television for many years and then radio as well. So this is one of the things I really like to talk to people and learn from them and from their experiences. And when we share, we grow together as a community. And I believe in growing a community which has some depth in it. It's not about, because most of the time, whenever I used to do my lives on Facebook, I see people would just say, Ershad, sing something. So I want it to be beyond that. I want to talk to you about a lot of other issues as well, things that I have faced and things that made me learn from the mistakes that I've done in my life and how I recovered and what I learned from that and how to find possibilities. So anyway, the number is there on screen. It's 07308 192 908. If you call on this number, we can chat live. And everyone who's watching it on YouTube and watching it on Facebook, they can join this conversation. And so I have decided, I would repeat because I don't know, people are joining, coming in and out. This live conversation session for Knowing Who You Are, this platform, you have seen that's on already. It's a podcast, regular podcast series that comes out on Monday and with my conversation with experts and also trying to learn from them because there are a lot of different struggles we have, ranging from maintaining a routine or to, because mostly people, when we talk, we try to find out what their routine is like, what makes them productive, what makes them tick. So these are the things I would like to discuss, and from them we come to know. And then also when they feel overwhelmed, when they feel that there's so much that they can't handle anymore, what they do about that, things like that. And also the struggles, the uncertainties, and especially what we have faced recently, especially during the COVID. Thankfully enough, especially in England, we're doing quite okay now. You can wear your mask. That's by choice now. You don't have to, like, it's not a mandatory thing per se, apart from your GP or probably in hospitals. But mostly we don't have to. But I still am mindful about the situations all around the world, especially I was talking to one of my guests on the podcast series who's in Sydney, Australia, and she was telling me the kind of restrictions they still have to face. So which we initially faced in England, that we were literally confined within four walls and we couldn't go anywhere. So people, I can see still there's some quite a lot of people who are joining in. Is 07308 192 908. So I don't know, we can discuss about a lot of things and probably I don't want to make any promise in terms of any music or singing, because that's one of the things. Definitely, I'm a musician, as you can see behind me. But I want to go beyond that. I want to do something better than that. I want to have a dialogue, a conversation with you. And as I said, knowing who you are, even I want to find out what you think of the term knowing who you are and how you can know yourself, or if you have known yourself, or what are the struggles or the obstacles in the way of knowing yourself. And every time you try that, you fail. And what are you struggling with, and what you would like to get better at. So definitely, probably once we are having this conversation, there might be people who join in, and they would let us know what other ways, or what other ways you can follow to improve the situation that you're in at the moment. So if people who are watching, you can always pick up. I know this is one of the struggles I had on live TV. This is one of the struggles I had on live radio, that to get people to talk. But once you start, I found once you have done that, you have taken that first step, it's the beginning. And after that, you find it so easy, you can do it so easily, and you don't find that it's not a problem anymore. So if anyone is watching in any part of the world, as you know, this number I have given here, it's a WhatsApp number. So probably people who are calling me from different part of the world, you would have to do 0044, and then you have to dial the rest of the number 07308 192908. So I don't know if anyone is trying to call me so far. If you're calling not from England, if you're calling from other parts of the world, you have to add a 0044. So on that note, I really had a very gratifying Sunday interview session today for one of my podcasts, and it's coming. It'll be released soon, and it was a very nice one. We talked about anxiety issues. We talked about what other in the nervous system, how we get affected, and what are the ways of coming out of it. So people who have this expertise, you want to join in, you can add something to it. We can continue this conversation. I'm really pumped. And I feel that where it ended, I would like to carry on from that point onwards. Esther Sonnevold, but we still love it when you sing. Okay, Esther, thanks a lot for your inspiration. Yeah, I mean, at some point, probably I might even do it, because if at some point I find that I'm getting tired of talking to myself, no one is calling me, and people, I can see Neha Karim is there, Esther is there, I see their messages. So I keep on looking upwards, because I have other screen where I can see everyone's message. So, but they're not picking up the phone. They want me to sing. I mean, I don't know how justified it is. Okay, we can talk about our Sundays today. Let's do that. Someone can pick up the phone and call me, and we can talk about what your Sunday was like. It could be a very good one, which uplifted your spirit, and now you're feeling very productive, and you're feeling that you can take on the world, and anything that's thrown at you, that you can definitely tackle that. If you feel like that, why? And if you're feeling the opposite way, that okay, the Sunday didn't work out at all the way you planned it to be, you can also share that story with us as well. And we can think what we can do about that, and how you can make your Monday better. Because the person I see, Esther Sonoval, who made this comment here that we still love it when you sing, she had this code. I mean, I would love her to join on this conversation. If she picks up the phone and she calls me, that'd be great, so we can have this chat live. So because she used to do a thing when she was growing up, and I think she has to put me, correct me if I'm wrong, that when she was at the age of 3, 4, or 5, she used to leave this message or write on her personal journal, saying that in Dutch, that tomorrow would be a better day, tomorrow would be a good day. So probably we can learn from her what she used to think, and if she still believes in the same philosophy. তো যাই হোক, বাংলাদেশ থেকে যদি কেউ যোগ দিয়ে থাকেন, আপনাদের প্রতি অনুরোধ থাকবে যে আপনারা নাম্বার দেখতে পাচ্ছেন, ইফ ইউ যদি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ থেকে কল করেন আমাকে, ইউ ক্যান ডেফিনেটলি হ্যাভ টু, ইউ উইল হ্যাভ টু probably dial 0044, Okay, we already have a call from, let's see. Hello.
Hi, this is Esther.
Oh, hello,
I thought I should.
Esther. We needed you. Can you hear me?
So, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So no, I was saying because I was using one of your quotes. Tomorrow would be a good day. Tomorrow would be a better day. What did you used to say?
Oh, you mean the quote that I used to write as a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, I used to keep a diary. Well, I still kind of do, but I used to very diligently keep a diary when I was 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, I would always write, even if I wrote just a few lines, I always wrote, this was in Dutch,
Mm.
tomorrow it will be a great day.
Okay.
And to me, it sort of it's set in my mind that if I didn't say that the night before, it wouldn't be a good day. And now that I know so much more about being mindful and the importance of thinking positively, I realize that that's actually was a very healthy thing to do. And I actually copied one of the pages out of my diary, and it's in a frame on my desk as a reminder that that's how I end the end of the night.
Yeah, one day probably we'll have to show it to the audience. If you send me
Yeah.
that picture or if I have it, well, I would like to mention to many people. Okay, let's keep it a secret for now because
Okay.
that'll be the fun part.
All right. Fair enough.
But
Yeah, we can
probably
show it
you'll
eventually.
be in the show one day, and
Yes.
people would love to talk to you live as well. So since you mentioned tomorrow would be a great day, right?
Yeah. Well, it actually, if you translate it directly, it's morgen moet het een leuke dag worden, which means tomorrow, tomorrow it must be a good day. It's a
To
bit more emphatic.
Okay, emphatic. Okay, so I should
Yeah.
mention in this connection that we have another channel. I have another channel with Esther, or we have this together. It's
Yes, we
Ian
do. Yeah.
Harmony, Ershad and Esther. So where we have this English lessons. So she had done a lesson recently on emphatic pronoun. So yeah, definitely that's coming through. So Esther, how was your Sunday?
My Sunday was very productive, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm preparing for Christmas, where we just because I do a lot of art pieces and personalized cards and canvases, and I've had a lot of requests after the Kingston Art Fair that happened, so that was great.
Mm-hmm.
And I also I'm working with my mom. I'm doing graphic coloring. I'm a coloring artist, graphic design coloring artist for my mom's company, which is AMS Illustration. And she's actually currently making the cartoons and drawings and illustrations for a self-help book for kids, which I'm having the great honor and fun to do all the coloring for.
Self
So you
help.
know how so yeah, it's like it basically gives some really lovely concepts
Mm-hmm.
of how to, when a child is in stress or a child is in difficulty, it gives some really nice little methods to get out of that situation. And she's working with a wonderful writer called Hansa,
Hansa
which I'm
Pankania.
not sure. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to reveal of this, but the booklets are absolutely wonderful and so much color.
It's a
And
good
anyway.
publicity, I would say. I mean, people are getting to know before it's coming. It's like they
Yeah, I
can
mean,
start
the author
pre-ordering.
is Hunter is Pankania,
Mm-hmm.
and she wrote a book, The Best of Three Worlds, and she's a lovely lady,
Mm-hmm.
and I would recommend that she would come on. I believe she is actually at some point coming on your show as well, because we spoke about
Yeah,
that already.
I have
Yeah.
a plan of calling her because she's in the what knowing who you are is all about, and she can shed a
Yeah.
lot of light on a lot of issues. So,
Yeah.
how was your Sunday?
My Sunday was great. It was very productive. I did a lot of work. Went for a little walk. I love the October weather. I
Mm-hmm.
was going to say autumn, I said August. And yeah, and I'm taking it easy. I'm actually, working all day, believe it or not.
Oh, that's a good way to. Normally, it's a totally opposite of what people think Sunday is all about. So, but if that makes you happy,
Creative, people get coloring books and they listen to music and they do coloring because it's relaxing. Well, I work and I find it relaxing, so
yeah, I
it
mean,
it had a good effect.
if you love the work you're doing, definitely, then you're not
Yes.
working at all.
No, exactly. It's not a chore.
By the way,
It's
we have
fun.
a question from Neha Karim.
Yes.
I'm on my mobile, so I couldn't call you directly. Okay. So I have a question. The question is
Yeah.
how to avoid dispute, misunderstandings with close friends or family. Do you have
Wow.
any experience on that?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I would say not necessarily with family, but definitely with friends.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, I believe that communication is at the basis of solving anything.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing to do is communicate if there is a problem. And then also, secondly, I guess, I don't know, just look at what's the other guy's point of view. Like somehow you guys are clashing, but you were friends. So there must be a reality that you have as friends.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that you're not agreeing on right now, there must either be something not understood or something not communicated that caused this friction. Because
Yep.
at the bottom of it, you'll find that people will always be in harmony unless you got someone who's ravingly mad, in which case, very sorry for him, but he has his own way of expressing that, which is not on your normal sort of wavelength. But I would
Yep.
say that anything can be handled with communication.
But
But if someone close to you does something that really isn't okay,
mm-hmm.
and really they're being harmful, then well, you only have to look at how much time do you want to resolve such a problem, because you can spend lots of time solving someone else's problem who really should have solved it by himself,
Mm-hmm.
and you can guide as long as you can, but not to the point where it becomes a problem for yourself.
No,
If you're
definitely,
not a professional, if you're not a professional in the area, that is.
because they say that one of the most valuable thing you can give someone is your time.
Absolutely.
So, but we
Absolutely.
all have limited time, even on
Yeah.
Earth, and how much we be living. And also talking about productivity, if we start taking everything from other people's plates, we already
Yeah.
have so much on our plates.
Yeah,
So it
exactly.
would be really hard. So there is a time when you have to decide, okay, I have done whatever was within my capacity and also what my
Yeah.
time permitted. And if
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
and after that, if it's it's a vicious circle that's going on and on, it's a loop that's playing,
Yeah.
and it's the same thing you have to go around with. I mean, you have to decide that whether I would like to go ahead with this one anymore, or I'd like to pass it on or avoid.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
what would you
exactly.
do? Would you avoid that person altogether? Would you still keep that relation?
I,
What would
I
you do?
would, it really depends who it is. I would say that I would try my utmost to help resolve whatever it is that this person is running into, but to the point it starts to become like, if there's no visible change and the person is also not listening to your advice, they're not taking the action and just keep coming back with the same problem and it's again and again, well, then it's sort of beyond giving advice. They're going to need some other help. I would never just let go of someone unless they actually are extremely harmful to my existence.
Mm-hmm.
You have let's say you have a person who's homeless. I will try to give money or food or whatever I have, but if he starts breaking into my house, well, then I'm not gonna at that point help him.
But
I would
when,
have to do something else for my own survival.
yeah, definitely, that makes sense. But when we say harmful,
Hmm.
say harmful can mean in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it
Oh
can
yeah.
be, I mean, someone can be harmful without being physical to you, like someone is holding
Yeah.
a knife, literally,
Yeah.
and trying to harm you. That can be one way. Or someone
Yeah.
is literally, say, a business partner who's causing harm to you or
Mm.
sabotaging the whole thing and trying to get you out of the
Mm.
business. But
Yeah.
people can even harm you without even touching you or like directly harming you physically or in any such way that I've described so
Yeah.
far. But
Yeah, let's say you have someone who is calling you and they say they ran into something and this is a problem, and they've created sort of friction with all the people around you, and you tell them, look, listen to this, do that, and give them sensible advice. They don't do it, they cause more trouble, then they call you again, say, look, it happened again, and then they go on a big rant for an hour and a half. Now you've spent 2 hours, the guy still hasn't changed.
mm,
Now you can have them, look, come on, let's have some courage. Let's sort this out. You send him on his way, and he calls you back the next day. This didn't work. This is terrible. And basically, they didn't do it. Well, at that point, you also can say, look, I'm not sure what to do. If I was you, I wouldn't be doing this, but you're not willing to take my advice. So why are you calling me? By this time, you spent 3 hours that you could have spent reading a nice book or going for a walk or spending some time with a family member, or, time that runs out constantly. So, but I would never completely let go of someone. I would keep an eye on, just not, you know. let
That's
them
a
go
very good
entirely. But
point.
yeah, there is a point where you have to say, am I wasting my energy and am I mentally drained because of having to do this every day, you know?
Hmm. There's a very good point. It's kind of, I mean, so long if you can find a fine line between, because sometimes it's advised that when you start loving other people and loving others unconditionally, you learn to love
Mm.
yourself as well.
This is
So,
very true. And that's
but,
why I would absolutely say embrace the person in front of you, recognize what problems they have. Even if you don't see eye to eye, he must have a side to it.
mm,
But there is a point where you'll feel it. There's a point where you'll feel, okay, I can't take this anymore, or I'm having a really hard time finding anything to love about this person anymore, you know.
yeah. So
But it would have gone on for quite a long time.
I hope people get
A
to
lot of
hear.
patience, and I do care for people a lot.
The line's breaking up for some reason.
Oh, I'm so
Uh,
sorry.
yeah,
I'm back again.
yeah,
Hello.
you're back
I
again.
I
So,
stood. What happened is I got very, very intense, and I stood up and I started
hmm.
walking around the room.
Yeah, you're probably going out of your Wi-Fi zone or your 4G, 3G, whatever.
Yeah, something
Probably,
like that.
yeah. So yeah, that's
Anyway,
I think
there you
what
go.
I'm getting now. I see the messages here. Neha Karim says agree with Esther and you, which is me. So yeah, I mean, I just echoed with Esther's voice most of the time, or posed more questions to her. Um, so the thing is, have you ever experienced anything similar in your life?
I have actually, yeah, a
Hmm.
number of times. Yeah.
What have you taken? I mean, sometimes definitely you ended up wasting that time. I mean, we would definitely like to hear the story, but depending how personal it is or whether you are okay with sharing the story.
Well, I would say for the benefit of said people, if anything, just out of respect, I would not want to give specifics of the
Okay.
situation. But I would say I've had a lot of situations where things came up and people asked for my help. I mean, that is something also in relation to my previous work. It was very much something I dealt with, and I can honestly say I have spoken to thousands of people. I've helped thousands of people through my work and also through the charity work that I did. And I have yet to find someone who really was not worth spending my time on. And to be honest, eventually things do always resolve unless the person is really just actively working themselves into the ground. And even then, I've still helped to pick them up. So I think we just need to really be strong in our own conviction that people are really just trying to be good. They're trying to survive. They're trying to solve a problem, and there's very few people that are actually trying to cause harm. And across the general population, obviously, if you're working as a criminal lawyer, you're going to have a different viewpoint on that, but never done that before.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking at the people that I've helped specifically, and that is also many people who I met for the first time. It was just people just trying to solve problems, and some are more competent than others, and if you can help, then
Mm-hmm.
you should.
But when someone is one of your close family members or
Mm,
one of your friends, and
yeah,
definitely you can at some point probably avoid them or turn away from
yeah,
them for a while to keep your sanity.
yeah,
But then at the same
yeah.
time, since you love them,
I've been very fortunate and extremely lucky that I've never had to deal with a family member in that
okay,
context ever.
you're very
But
lucky.
I've had many friends who've had family members that way who I've had to help, and it's painful because family is very different than a friend. You are connected by blood. You are connected forever. You can't just go, well, I've had enough of you, I'm going to walk away.
Hmm.
But there is times where someone has to be able to say, look, I can't deal with this anymore. I
Hmm.
just don't wish to deal with this at this moment in time. And I think that's when you have to make a call on it. And the best thing to do is not just make that decision, discuss it with someone that you trust, or someone who is a parent or a mentor, or someone that that you can trust the judgment of. It's always good to have someone who is
But
not
in the
connected
meantime,
to it.
what do you do about the anguish that you feel that you don't know what's happening to them, and you already
Mm,
know they're in harm's way, and you
yeah.
feel okay, I have to save myself, But at the same time,
Yeah.
I know something drastic is going to happen to them as well, which is not, or devastating.
Yeah.
So, how do you tackle that overwhelming situation or that feeling?
Well, to be honest, I have, again, fortunately, I can't speak from experience because I've never actually had that situation. So I
Mm,
don't feel that I'm in a position where I can advise on that. But
okay.
I do believe that those people are never alone. They do have people around them. They'll have someone that they'll listen to and ideally speak to that someone or find that someone and get them to
Mm,
talk them out of whatever it is that you're so afraid they're going to do.
very well
But,
said.
in some cases, that doesn't work. But the key thing is find someone that that person will listen to. If it's not you, then
Mhm.
find who it is and have them help you with it.
No,
So
very
you're
well
not
said. I mean,
carrying the
see,
load.
this is what I was talking about through when I started this live conversation today. Because it's the first
Mm.
time for knowing who you are when I'm doing this, because I was itching to go again and talk to people. Say you have started sharing you're the first one who started sharing, and also you came up with the solution to Neha's question.
Ah,
And
yes.
that was really nice. And this is how, when we brainstorm and we put collective effort behind these things and trying to find a solution, it becomes
Yeah.
easier because experiences we have is so diverse, and
Yeah.
no one experience is similar to the other one. Sometimes it's probably we have a common ground, but not all those time is the same. So Esther, one last question.
Yes.
uh do you know the theory of relativity? No, no, I'm joking. I'm just asking. When you feel
I don't.
when you probably there will be someone who's watching the show come up with something
Yeah,
and
I'm probably going to get
totally
some sort of an
totally blow
assignment
me
this
away,
Saturday.
and I'll be like, okay, I don't understand much of the things you're saying as well. No, I was
Brilliant.
joking. It was a pure joke. But I'm asking, uh, when you feel overwhelmed,
Yeah.
say with anything, what do you
Yeah.
do? Because normally we have these two responses: it's
Yeah.
fight or flight. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's called sympathetic response. So which one do you do? You
Uh-huh.
fight back or you run away? Because nowadays, prehistoric times, that's more relevant. But nowadays,
Mm.
what we do is start watching TV, binge watching television, eat junk food, or we stop talking to everybody. We try to, totally retire, or, just take ourselves away from a situation. What is your method?
I fight.
Oh, okay.
But I'll have a sequence of things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
When I find myself in a state of overwhelm, the first thing I think, okay, have I been sat here working on this for too long? Should I have taken a break? The next thing I ask, if that doesn't solve it, is like, am I hungry? Do I need to actually eat something? And then I eat something if I have to. And I'm not talking junk food, I'm talking proper protein, drink water, stay hydrated. And if after that I still feel the same way, I go for a walk and I just extrovert and look at stuff around me and realize that there's lots of other exciting things happening. And then I'll sit back down and solve the problem.
And if nothing worse, probably open Facebook or check your social media.
I mean,
No,
I
no,
actually
no,
don't do that often, funnily
no.
enough. I was
Yeah.
very excited about Facebook for a long time, but now I check it when I want, which is in the morning and in the evening. And if I posted something that I want to hear back on, then I'll look at that. But
This is what happened to me today. The thing
mm,
was, I totally didn't touch my phone to check the social media at all since morning. I went to the gym. I came out. By the time I came out, it was literally probably 3 o'clock or something.
mm,
And then I realized, oh my God, what happened in the Facebook world? Because I wanted to check something just to get an information, not to go through, this doom scroll. I didn't want to do that, but I just wanted to check what's happening. Uh, it's a particular information I needed. And I realized, oh my God, I don't know. And I felt good, to be honest.
right.
Having said that, just because I'm doing this live on Facebook and YouTube,
You're doing
and
it
if
on
I
Facebook.
say, everyone, come off your social media, then I'm just talking to myself. Thank God, like you didn't get off, so you get to see me, and now I'm talking to you. So for today, what's your message?
Hmm. Well,
Okay,
for
there's one thing
Sunday,
I'd like to add in this connection. Esther is, by the way, is writing a book. It's a book of haiku. So she's working on it, not too much giving away
yes.
because I shouldn't do that because she's the writer. But if you want to add, because since I asked you, what's your message? Because this is what you're
Yeah.
doing through your haiku, right? Every day you try to give out a message, which is in public. So I think I have the freedom to say that one.
No, you do.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Now
yeah.
I've got on my Instagram, which is Esther at Epic Imaginations, which is my company. I have a daily. It's called Daily Dose of Color,
Hmm.
and it's basically a colorful artwork with a haiku that gives a positive message for that day. And I've done it for 11 days. I'm intending to do it for the whole year,
Wow.
and we will see where that leads us. But I'm getting some really nice responses on it. So,
What is a haiku,
but
by the way?
a haiku is a Japanese poem. It's normally at the beginning of a poem, and the first line is 5 syllables, the second is seven, and then five again. So it's 5, 7, 5, and it's extremely difficult to write it
What's
sometimes. But I always seem to come up with something.
You already have 11 haikus. So
Yes.
which one is your favorite? Would you like to read one for us?
Mm, sure. I'll have to pull it up.
Yeah. So
You
in the
can you
mean
can talk it in the
Yeah, I can
meantime.
keep on talking. I can get people involved. So as I was saying, like Esther call me is the number. If you're in England, you can call me directly through WhatsApp or even using your phone. But if you're calling me some part of the world, you'll have to dial 0044 before dialing this number. So 00447308192 So that's the number to get in touch with me once we have this amazing haiku that Esther is trying to find for us out of
Yeah, I'm
the.
ready.
Okay, great. So yeah, the number is there for you in the meantime, and let's listen to Esther's amazing haiku.
So I think this is in keeping with what I used to write in my diary at the end of every single entry, every single night, which was tomorrow. It must be a great day.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually the first haiku of the whole series, and it reads, "When you rise at dawn, the sunbeams shining brighter, the new day brings hope."
Beautiful. Can you repeat, please?
Absolutely. When you rise at dawn, the sunbeams shining brighter, the new day brings hope.
The new day brings hope. So that's so yeah. So
That's my
but
Sunday message for everyone.
great. So that's your Sunday message as well. That's your haiku, one of the haikus. So they have already read.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we can learn more about this one in coming days. At some point, you let us know how far you have gone, so people would be keep you in track. And I know you're a very productive person, also very proactive. So hopefully, the work is going. It's literally in progress and it's in full swing as well.
Yes, it is indeed. And thank you very much for doing the lives. I know
No,
this is the beginning, and we had a bunch of listeners going in and out. I'm sure I was following that until I turned off the live to make the call because it's on the same phone.
yeah.
But yeah, many more to come.
Thanks for joining in. Thank you. Thanks for the
Absolutely.
support.
Take care.
Always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So in the meantime, we have quite a lot of message I can read. We see that Maruf Kadir, one of my school friends, uh, which part of the world he's now at the moment, I don't know, quite not sure. He says dosto fine. Dosto, by the way, for the benefit of the people who don't speak the same language as us, which is Bangla. Dosto means friends. I mean, or dosto is friend, a friend. So someone who is very close to you, a close friend, you call him dosto in that language, in Bangla. And Neha Karim, she said she agreed. And Michael Nikitin, he says, cheers, enjoy the afternoon, everyone. Sajaduddin, excellent Mundu. Sajad, thanks a lot. A great friend of mine in Bangladesh, a very successful businessman. And he's a great educator as well. That's one of his line of business. David Boido, hello, Bhaiya, how are you? Well, David Boido is there. As I was saying, the number is there. I would like to. This is one of the opportunities I always said that I wanted to be able to speak to you because I'm a great fan of your Instagram videos, by the way. So I've seen, by the way, to answer your question, I'm doing great. Thank you. And especially, I'm doing great to see all these familiar faces and these people who are joining in. So, David, if you want, you can give me a call. The number is there on screen. And I would like to have a word with you in terms of how you have come up with those amazing videos. They always used to make me laugh. And your wife joins forces with you as well. And you two of you, you do it together. And it's really funny. So I invited you many times on my live shows, say when I was doing In Harmony with Ershad, on my radio shows, probably not, but In Harmony with Ershad, and anything I've done, anytime I've seen you, I've always asked you. So if you give me a call on this, and if you have the time, it's a Sunday evening, probably if you're just sitting down, not too late yet, so we can have a chat. And I'd like to thank Esther again for her valuable input in terms of what she had said. It was really amazing. And Anwar Sadi, nice to see you live. One of my friends from Bangladesh as well. Anwar Sadi, I mean, if I don't know what you're doing at this time, it's literally, yeah, it's 1:45 in the morning, but he's a busy journalist. So I'm sure he's working on something. And he has amazing contents on social media as well, on his YouTube channel, on Facebook. He's uh, one of the senior editors, if I'm right. So correct me if I'm wrong. So Anwar Sadi, you can give me a call on that number is 00440730819298. I would like to talk to you. And he was part of In Harmony with Ershad for some time during the COVID days, and he would give us updates on the COVID situation in Bangladesh. So yeah, nice to see my friends there, and same here. And nice to see you joining in the conversation, Sadi. Okay, so this is how we start. I mean, when I had started talking to Esther, and she had brought up a lot of this topic that I wanted to talk about, the anxiety issues and the good question that Neha had asked about what do we do is a dilemma. And Esther had come up with a very nice solution. I hope people who are following this conversation and what she was saying is very valuable in terms of when we see a situation where, I mean, if someone is drowning, you lend your hand to lift that person out of the water, or drag that person out of the water. But if that person, rather than taking your help and helping you to pull him out of the water, dragging you in as well, and in the long run, you might end up drowning yourself. So what's the point of that help? Then you have to seek help that someone can do something positive about that one, and that weight that person is pulling towards you, you can't handle it anymore. So you have to pass it on to someone who's more capable of doing that, probably someone bigger than you, or probably someone professional. So that was a good advice. And to answer Neha's question, so this is one of the things we have to remember. So she said how to handle or avoid dispute, misunderstandings with close friends or family. First of all, a good place to start is by listening. First of all, we need to try to be a good listener. I mean, I'm guilty of that. I mean, it's not that all the time I end up being the perfect listener myself, but I try to be. I'm very mindful about that. Every now and then it happens that someone is saying or telling a story, and I was totally in my own world, distracted, and suddenly I would start talking and start interrupting them. But you all have done it. Or sometimes we have these monologues going inside. Say, I'm sharing a story with you. And suddenly, if you're standing in front of me, rather than letting me finish my story, you'd be like, oh, that's what happened with me. And you try to steal my thunder, or someone else, whoever is talking, rather than listening or trying to be active or attentive listener. You just steal that thunder, and you are more about telling your story, and you are more eager to share your story rather than listening to that person. This is one of the things that's missing. If you look at yourself and try to understand and try to remind yourself of the situation when you have been like this, when someone is telling you something, rather than listening to it, you're like, okay, I have a phone call. Let's see who we have. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, who I have the delight of speaking with? Hello?
Yeah, it is David.
Oh, David. How are you, David? David
I'm
Boddo.
fine, but how are you? Long time no see.
No, I've been there on and off, but probably not with my live shows for a while. But I've started again, and see, we have connected again. So, David, you're in Scotland, is it?
No, we moved to London.
Oh, great. Whereabouts?
In Upton Park.
Upton Park. You don't have to give your postcode, so that's fine. I won't turn up just like that.
Sorry?
I said I won't ask for the postcode, so you're safe.
No, it's okay.
So how's your missus, your partner in crime on Instagram?
She's fine. She's fine. Thank you that you liked our videos.
No,
Yeah,
you
this is for fun. We do TikTok just for fun,
no, but it's hilarious, and I think what made you do that? I mean, what did you think when you started doing your TikTok or Instagram videos?
When we were in Scotland, one of my friends visited us, and he was asking me, "Do you see TikTok?" I said, "No, what is that?"
Uh-huh.
Then he showed me, and then I became interested, and then I thought, okay, why not? I make a video.
I,
Then
I
one video, two videos. Then now I got more than 3,000 videos. I
wow,
got
3,000.
4 million likes and
Oh my
172,000 followers
oh my God, where is that in TikTok?
in TikTok. Yeah,
How many followers
and
did you say? 100,
sorry,
172,000.
172K followers
Wow.
and million likes. My wife got 99,000 followers
Whoa.
and 1.3 million likes.
Oh my God, I'm talking to a celebrity now. No, definitely. It's a great fit. And look, to create that, people, first of all, it's a lesson. Like the courage you have to put yourself in that vulnerable position where people can start criticizing, people can say bad things, people can have negative comments. Did you ever have any negative comments?
Yeah, I had a
That's
few, not a lot, but actually, the good thing is that people, especially Bangladeshi people, all around in the world. I mean, America, UK, other countries, all Bangladeshi people, they know us and as a couple, and they respect us very much. But there must be some people, who are always negative and they put some bad comments sometimes. But
how do you
I
deal
just
with
ignore them.
that? I mean, definitely that's a good start when you realize that, look, first of all, that you have the courage of coming out rather than hiding behind your screen and making some negative comments about someone who's trying to do something. So,
That
if whenever you read a negative comment after putting all the hard work and making all the 3,000 videos, it's amazing. So, I didn't even know that. This is my first time. I'm so excited to know that. So, how did you deal with that every time you read a negative comment? Not that many, but still.
I just ignored them. I don't even mention the comments. Some people bring in front the comments and they read it in front of other people, make another video. But I don't want to make
What we call roasting these days,
spread
right?
that hate comments. Yeah,
Hmm.
I just ignore. I even when I go live, some people comes and especially Bangladeshi, and they put bad comments. I just block them on when
Hmm.
they come on live so that they don't make any harassment here.
Yeah, talking
So
about blocking the negativity in your life. Very good. So, David,
yeah,
when was your last video? When did you post?
say that again. Sorry.
When did you post your last video?
Just now, 5 minutes before.
Okay, so now you should tell everyone where they can find you. What's your social media handles? Say Instagram, TikTok. So they should go and check it
If
since you
they
have.
go to TikTok, I mean, if they have TikTok app,
Yeah.
and you don't need to make any account, you can just download the TikTok app and search for DB David Boydia DB_Manik MANIK.
So
That is my
DB
ID. DB
underscore Manik, MANIK.
MANIK. That's it. If they search with this name, then see all my videos. Yeah.
I'm going to do that after I finish this live. I'm going to check it myself. So it's always interesting. To be honest with you, I have to take probably a lesson from you in terms of, because one thing I haven't figured out how people get someone else's video and sing and act with them together. I've seen one of my friends in America does that too. But you have done a lot of videos where you are acting with other people, right?
Yeah, you have seen the Moshumi. I did with Moshumi, the actress.
Okay. Do you have to be in touch with them, or they're always already there?
No. You can. There is an option on the app
Mm.
that if someone made a video and I want to do a duet with that girl,
Ah.
and then there is an option and you can do a duet.
You have to
If
be
the duet
creative, though.
on,
Like you have to think,
yeah,
well, how am I going to make this one or just put this two things together, like your acting and the other person's video.
That's right. Yeah,
Mm.
I love to do the duet because duet makes a video, 15-second video, fulfill. Is a two voice, girl's voice, female voice, and
Yeah.
male voice. So if the female is lip singing one song, one line, and there's another song for the male.
Hmm.
So when I do that one, that makes the video perfect.
No, exactly. Because I have seen these ones. Every time I watch them, I used to laugh. And I mentioned many times, I commented on them many times whenever I could. I don't have a TikTok
Yeah, yeah.
account. So this is why I'm sounding like a bit of an idiot that I don't know these things. People who are listening, they're like, come on, Ershad, you should know about this, how to do that. So I really never had a TikTok account, so I can't tell. So you can see that I'm a little backward. So David, I hope people would go and check. David is DB_Manik, and congrats to you. I didn't know that you have that many followers. And well, followers it's not about the numbers. It's about that many people. You have been able to get the love from that many people. And you have likes, like millions of likes, 4 million or 4 million, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just imagine that many people. I mean, in your lifetime, people decided that they definitely like these things. And say if you didn't do anything about it, if you didn't start it, you wouldn't be able to know how many people love you. So that's a great
That's
start.
true. That's very true.
Congrats. So, okay, David, any message for people here who are watching, listening, since you
Yeah,
have been through it?
we do we do TikTok because there are some negative people on TikTok nowadays. But we as some friends, we are trying to spread love,
Mm-hmm.
love, spread love.
Okay, to spread love.
Yeah.
And how do you do that?
We make a clean video. We help each other, and we help to grow each other.
That's what knowing who you are is all about as well. But it's trying to spread the love and also discuss the situation, like even your message, how you dealt with the negative comments and how you keep away negativity out of your life. I mean, you have that could be one of the solutions as well. Thank you, David. Thanks for calling us. You have a great evening, and congrats to your wife too. Yeah, we lost David for some reason. I mean, it's the, I don't know, Wi-Fi, internet. So people who are watching, and I see Sushi Basnet, she had said hi Sushi. So Sushi, if you like, you can pick up the phone, and if you're at home, and probably yes, it's a Sunday evening, you probably are at home. So if you want to join in the conversation, you can definitely do so. So I didn't know, David. People, everyone who's watching, you should check David's TikTok profile is DB_Money. He has 172K followers and also 4 million likes so far. So how amazing is that? And more than 3,000 videos. Oh my God, I can't even think. So this is positivity. So being productive, and he's doing it. Say when you're creative. Today, I was discussing with, you'll see that podcast coming out. I was discussing with someone who's a specialist or who had done his master's or post-graduation research on the topic of creativity. And according to him, creativity, it makes us resilient. So we can face many uncertainties, many issues that we have in our life, and through creativity. Exactly, I can see David has put his handle there, TikTok. So through creativity, you can be creative about solutions. I mean, if you see a situation that's facing you, so that always kind of helps you to find a solution towards a problem, and it hones that intellect in you. So say when someone is painting, someone is singing, someone is playing the guitar, a faculty of your brain you're using, and that ended up strengthening the part of your brain which would help you to deal with uncertainty, anxiety disorders. And these are the kind of things, especially because during the COVID, we have seen that uncertainty is one of the driving factor of anxiety disorder. And this had been found by a university, a Tokyo university. That's what they have found. So people who are joining in today, it's nice to see. So I am feeling really amazing to see that people are still interested to have this conversation, and through you I can get such amazing messages, such important message I can spread across people. And like David said, through their TikTok videos, they are trying to spread love, and it's about communal cohesion. So all these people around the world who's watching him and his wife, and they're getting the respect, they're getting the love from the people who are watching them. So you have the number again on the screen. From any part of the world, if you're calling me, is 0044 07308 That's on WhatsApp. But if you're calling from England, or you can just dial simply this number. I think probably I should make a correction of this one. So next time, if anyone calls me, I don't have to say the 0044. So if you're calling not from England, from any other part of the world, you have to dial a 0044. You have to use that, then 7 without the 0. 308-192-908. I think I should change that one for future. So it really have been a very gratifying experience to see all those familiar faces. We have so far Esther joined the conversation, and Neha, Maruf Kader, and Michael Nicotine. I think he came from YouTube because it's going on YouTube at the same time, going live. Sajaduddin, excellent Bondhu. So we learn in Bengali 2 words today. One is dosto, another one is Bondhu. So dosto is friend, Bondhu is friend as well. And Anwar Sadi, nice to see you live. Another friend of mine, Sushi Basnet in England, in London. And she has joined the conversation. Very talented person herself and very upbeat. So if Sushi had picked up the phone to give me a call, that'd be great too. Would be nice to talk to her. And the same conversation we are having about the struggles in our lives and what to do when we see overwhelm. How do we deal with negativity? Because we are negativity biased. So we first think about the negative things in life. Anything you have, any good things that you have in your life, first of all, you think, why? What is bad about it? And I cannot believe that it's that good. There's definitely something bad behind it. So, I mean, it's a very good quote about this one is, we suffer more in our imagination than in reality. So most of the time we imagine the problems which we don't have, and we make ourselves anxious. Because the video there's one video of the guest I had, recent guest. I mean, you'll see his video tomorrow. So one of his videos he had posted, they have an online platform called Momentum Life Choices. So it's coming out. So on that one, he had said that sometimes people have these responses whenever we have problems in our lives. Sometimes we can't shut our brain, and it's on autopilot at the time, which means that we have totally lost control. So the negative loop, it keeps playing on and on and on and on. So this is one of the things, how to stop that. So I would inspire everyone to watch the podcast that will be releasing tomorrow, and we'll be putting it out. And you'll see that on YouTube, Knowing Who You Are. That's on YouTube. That's the same spelling as you can see. Zia Huda, nice to see you live, dosto. See, dosto, another one of my friends, my school day friends. We used to play cricket together. And this is the beauty of, this is why I'm so attracted to doing these lives. Because it's not only about the service to people. I mean, I'm not gaining anything out of it, rather than having some good time, and also the feeling that whatever I'm learning through other people, reading, watching things, listening to good things or positive messages, I can share those with you. Probably you don't have the time. So I pass it on to you. You pass it on to someone else. So we always talk about the problems we have, and we talk about, okay, this person is not good. That is the problematic place, and this country is not doing well. What we should do about Bangladesh, what we should do about England. And we are talking about the political system, the populist political system. Okay, what are the problems we are having? We normally only criticize. We don't come up with a solution. But the thing is that the more and more we involve ourselves in these dialogues, and we spread these messages, I think that's how we can find a solution. Azia, nice seeing you too as well. And I don't know, probably if in Bangladesh, probably it's quite late. In England, people would be getting ready for their bed. And to be honest with you, I'm trying to practice going to bed um, at an earlier time rather than, say, for example, by 10:30 if I can. So it's already 6 minutes past 9 here. So I'll probably have to close this live very soon. But before I leave, knowing who you are, please go there and watch the podcast that we have released so far. You have, apart from the podcast, you have a lot of other videos. So it's very interesting. My watch is talking to me. So anyway, if you go there and if you subscribe, you can find out about new videos that I put out. And also we have another website, E&E in Harmony, which is with Esther. So we put out these English lessons together. So our English lessons from E&E in Harmony that comes out every Friday. So this coming Friday on the 15th, we have another lesson coming up. And on Monday, every Monday, we have a new podcast where I'm talking to an expert in their field, which could be postdoctoral researcher, which could be like I had last week, honorary captain from Royal Navy, or someone could be a consummate musician, or someone who's an activist. So I try to learn from their experiences in life, and definitely they have seen it, they've been there. So through them, I'd like to, and I try to pass on this information, these messages to you. So people who, okay, Zia Huda has a message before I leave. Dosto, I'm now in Toronto. Visit me once you plan to come to Toronto. Definitely, Zia. It's nice knowing that you're in Toronto now. Lovely place. Probably it's already getting quite cold. I don't know about the temperature. Probably, yeah, I haven't checked it, but probably it should be quite. I mean, you're getting ready for the cold weather's probably there. And as I can see, 6 people are watching at the moment. So if you want to join this conversation before I finish today's show, you have the number from any part of the world. You can dial 00447-308-192-908. Or if you're calling from England, you don't have to do anything. Just dial the number on the screen. So as I was saying, I would like to end this live conversation very soon. But so remember this, from knowing who you are, every Monday we have one new episode of the podcast. From E&E in Harmony, we do the English lessons every Friday. And I've decided every Sunday afternoon, I won't be that late as I am today. Probably I'll try to most of the time coming by 5:30. I think that would be the time, 5:30, which is 11:30 in Bangladesh, and around the world, different timing. So you can join in the conversation. I try to do these live shows probably 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Sajaduddin, I'm watching Bundhu. Okay, Sajad is watching. He's in Bangladesh. That's great. It's literally 10 past 2 now, but he's there. Thanks a lot for your support, Sajad. I hope you are keeping well. And I know you are having your own struggles, we all have. So, and you are fighting back, you're dealing with it amazingly. And being a businessman in Bangladesh when you had COVID as well, definitely you had to go through a lot. So it would be really nice at some point if we can have a conversation through, and you can let people know how you have coped with it and what were your plans and how overwhelmed you had been during that time and how you overcame that situation. That'd be very useful for people who are still looking for an answer. So on that note, it's really tempting to stay and prolong the conversation because I see people are still watching. But I feel like if no one is calling now, probably it's already quite late for me now. It's 10 past 9. You might be thinking, oh, really? It's the evening only. But I am trying to keep to a routine of going to bed earlier so I can wake up earlier. I mean, it's a good thing. Having a healthy habit can make you more productive. This is what I believe. So I'm trying to stick to the preaching I'm doing through these live shows. Okay, and Zia Huda, he has a message. Thus, the extreme is yet to come. It's 21 degree now, which is quite bearable. My favorite temperature, 21, 20, 20. Even I can bear up to 18. I can wear a t-shirt and go out. And look forward to having you here. Definitely, Zia. It would be my pleasure, and thanks for the invitation to go to Toronto. And I would like to meet you, your family, and I'm sure you're having a great time there and doing great there. You have always been a very successful person and also a very productive and very proactive individual. So I'm sure you're doing great. So, and Zia, if you want, you can give me a quick call. I mean, we can talk. I still have the number on screen. All you have to do 00447 308 192 908. So we can have a conversation. That'd be great. So on that note, I think I'd like to finish today's live stream of Knowing Who You Are. But I promise I'll see you again next Sunday. And let's see, people like to talk about these issues that we have discussed today more and more. We try to come more often. So don't forget to join in the conversation. Go to the YouTube page on Knowing Who You Are. I'll probably write it out for you so it'll be easier for people to follow. So it's Knowing Who. Oops. Yeah, I think I'm right. Yeah, if you type that, you should find the channel, and we have, yeah, it's already showing, and we have another one. This one for the English channel. So, yeah, so Knowing Who You Are, you can have our podcast, you can watch that, and Ian in Harmony for English lessons every Friday. Zia, dosto, I wish, but in the middle of a work, can't resist myself watching you. Dosto, inshallah, next time I would call you. Definitely. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that. And it's not the end of it, it's just the beginning. So definitely, Zia. So have a productive day, whatever you're doing, and I'll catch up with you. And we already have around 7 viewers on a lot of different channels like YouTube, Facebook. People are watching. So on that note, I'd like to finish today's show of the live stream of Knowing Who You Are, and hope to catch you again next Sunday at 5:30. Everyone, keep very well, and whatever you're doing amazing. And I'm sure we'll catch up again, and I would get to learn from you and share with you, and we get to create this communal cohesion that we are aiming for. Okay, on that note, goodbye for now. Thank you.